Hello, guys. So today I kind of want to make a video and explain how we can use properly structured whole life to set up a foundation and how to build an emergency fund using properly structured whole life insurance. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into some numbers here, just so you can get visually um, what they would kind of look like. Now, on these numbers, I am using a 30-year-old male, standard health. And that kind of gets into the weeds of a little bit more because as your health rating fluctuates, or depending on your age, your health can move these numbers and they can look a lot different for you. So, this is just as an example, just so you kind of see what I mean about building an emergency fund using properly structured whole life insurance. And we're just going to go through numbers today. We're not going to get into the weeds of it, about all the added benefits, how it could protect you from creditors, how it has living benefits, the death benefit, of course. Today, we're just basically kind of, like I said, want to explain how numbers look and how I would use this and how I am using this to build an emergency fund. Again, 30-year-old male, standard health rating, and we will be contributing 6,000 a year, right? So that's $500 a month. So I am going to move myself right out here, and I am going to get a highlighter. No, here we are. So as you can see here, we are looking $6,000 a year, right? $500 a month. Now, after year one, you're looking at a net cash value after the dividends are applied of 4,834. So, and again, this is after year one. So as you can see on this column here is the cumulative premiums. Cumulative premiums, yeah. Basically, dollar for dollar, how much you have deposited in premiums, right? So as you can see, year one, you're looking at 6,000. Year two, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and 42. Now, this is dollar for dollar what you have put in it, and this is what year over year your net cash value increasing, right? So one of the that I want to highlight is as you can see here, year seven, you deposited your 6,000. You are at 42,000, and on this illustration, this policy is your break even on year seven, as you can see here in red. And break even, all it means is that you have the cash value available to you as you have deposited, right? So we call that the break even point on a policy. Now, on the beginning of the policy, what happened in the first 7 years? So there is cost of the insurance, cost, administrating cost. So you will not get dollar for dollar from the get go. Now, that's why we'll look at the break even point. Now, we can break even a lot sooner, depending again on your age, your health, your premiums. I've seen policies break over in year three. No, I apologize. I've seen them break a year as early as year four. I have yet to see one personally break earlier than year four. I have heard of some policies breaking over year two, but it all depends on what you're depositing in your premiums. So let's get back into numbers and how would use this to build an emergency fund. So again, not dollar for dollar on year one, not dollar for dollar on year one. Uh, so you first year 6,000, 4,800. Second year, you're looking at 12,000, 10,000 available to you. Now, let's say that this 30-year-old has a family, right? And his monthly costs, mortgage, car payments, everything, credit card payments, food, gas, utilities, everything. The let's say 6,000, right? Or let's keep it 5,000. So those 5,000, they always say that rule of thumb of always build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, right? You'll hear a lot of financial influencers state that. So, like, let's say it is 6 months. Well, let's start off at 3 months. So, 3 months at $5,000 all in is 15,000, right? So, after year after year three, you have built, and this is $500 a month. You have built an emergency fund after 3 years, right? Now, again, dollar for dollar, you have contributed 18,000, right? But you have a 3 month emergency fund built up. You have your death benefit that has been increasing. You have creditor protection. You have uh, you have living benefits on your policies, and I'll make separate videos getting into all of that. But you have all these added benefits, right? And still maintaining liquidity of your funds, of your premium deposits. So year uh, again, you it took you 3 years to build up a 3 month emergency fund, right? With all the added benefits. Now let's get to the 6 months, right? So again, we go back to what you have depositing, and again, he's doing 5,000. Let's say his monthly uh, what he needs is $5,000 a month, right? So at 3 months, you have 15. We're trying to get to a 6 month emergency fund. So you're looking at $30,000, right? So let's continue. So year five, he's contributed 30,000 and he's at 28,700. We're almost there, but not yet, right? Year six, you have contributed 36 and you have 35. We have passed the $30,000 mark, right? So year six, right here, is where you have built up a 6 month emergency fund, right? Now, moving forward, you continue these deposits, right? And moving forward, you start going from your foundation and your emergency fund to your war chest opportunity fund. Anything excess of your 3 months, which in this case was $30,000, now can be used for investments. Um, you typically want to, shoot for uh, as your war chest or your opportunity fund is when opportunities arise. Whether you're buying businesses, whether you're investing, whether you're doing private lending, real estate goes very well with properly structured whole life. So over time, it took us 6 years to do this, right? To build this emergency fund using whole life. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this all out, right? And you could build up to this over time, right? This doesn't have to be one of those things that is funded overnight. It takes time. One thing about personal finance that I've come to understand that a little goes a long way, right? Start investing early. When you talk about money, man, money and emotions, they collide, right? So when you could start early and you do it often and you get that repetition in you, and how $500 a month over, years and years and years can build up to your emergency fund, move into your opportunity fund. Once you hit retirement, it could be you could use your policies as a volatility buffer. So you might, when your retirement accounts, your stock accounts, they're showing volatility in the marketplace, you can always draw from your policies, right? And I can go ahead and show you here just a quick example how this same policy. Let's go to. Let me move myself. This same policy here. Here we are. Here's 30. You are year 30. You'd be right here at $500 a month, while maintaining liquidity all throughout, all throughout this whole time, right? And that's $500 a month when you were 30 years old. Your death benefit grew, and the great thing about properly structured whole life insurance, it always becomes a question of when, right? With term insurance, which term is a great product, is more of a if you die. With a permanent policy, it's when you die, this will pay out, right? And I'm going to make more videos about getting into how all the added benefits. But for now, just kind of wanted you to see just kind of numbers and how when you start building, and like I said, a little can go a long way. Because hey, when you hit age 30, your retirement age, and having your policy have almost $325,000 can help out a lot. So, and with the added benefits of the death benefit, the living benefits, the all of that sort. So, again, thanks for watching. I would really appreciate if you could subscribe and share this with somebody who might be thinking of a permanent life insurance policy or would like a conversation. I am going to link uh, my lifestyle protection audit, and that's basically a 30-45 minute phone call, Zoom or call, just kind of, introducing ourselves, trying to see what you are trying to accomplish with these policies, whether that's building a foundation, whether that's turning this from the get-go into an opportunity fund. Whatever your needs are, I'm here to help. I'll go ahead and to link all my info down there. And again, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe or share this with someone you've talked to about life insurance. Thank you very much. Have a good day.